Welcome back to this Let's Play of Last Remnant. You can start with your mom jokes right around now, because we are currently on the way to go find Rush's mother. On a date with Emma here. Emma looks, I don't know, looking at her, she's probably in her 50s at least. Rush, well, 18 maybe? Well, hopefully above the age of consent. Now this is sort of an annoying area because you have just two characters for this area, and as usual, for the way I've been playing this, I'm actually just going to avoid most of the fights rather than trying to fight things. But there are a couple here which are, I don't know, completely unavoidable, but very difficult to avoid.
It's been a long time.
You've been here before?
We have an old family tradition. To carry on the Honeywell name, one must journey to find remnants when one reaches adulthood.
That's cool.
My father died in the war, but he dreamed of a new, great Athlumian remnant. I decided to search here after I heard the Academy had its eye on this place. I thought perhaps I could find one. And then I met her.
You mean my mom?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to bore you. We should get out of here. Your mother is waiting.
Okay.
Alright. Now, we have a union that's been created for us automatically of Rush and Emma. I actually want to keep them in that order, not have Emma the lead. Rush will occasionally get Omni Strike, which is a special ability, but it only works if he's in the front. I'm going to switch to Arrow of Athlum formation just because it gives an attack bonus. The monsters around here are, I guess, somewhat adjusted for the fact that you have just two characters in your party, but not enough so that I'd really sort of enjoy fighting them. Particularly not in groups. Fortunately, all we have to do is just keep on walking. Most of these areas we'll explore later. Either there'll be quests here, or there's going to be a dig point we'll need, or something like that. Oh, that's no good. That's not where we wanted to go. Fortunately, most of the enemies try to rush you when they get close, and they are not very accurate with those rushes. And also, fortunately, opening doors happens outside of normal time. There are a couple of chests here. Basically, every area has a chest, which includes the map of that area. I'm not too reliant on those chests because, well, I've got the maps from the wiki, so I'm just going to use up the Mr. Dig stuff here just for the sake of getting rid of it. Be right back. Just save there off screen. There's one chest we'll have to grab in this area because it includes a keystone that we'll need to move forward. Now, this area is a little annoying. See these ghosts floating back and forth? You can avoid them if you're fast about how you do this, and you're smart about the timing. If you're not, you have to fight them. Oops. I'm actually going to get off on this side, little side area here. There's just a treasure chest, nothing much. What I just picked up as an item was a formation modifier. Those make your formations better. I don't think I have the base formation that formation modifier works for, though, so it doesn't actually do me any good. And save again. I'm just saving so that if I accidentally screw up and have to fight some of these guys, that I can do so. I can not have to repeat everything. And I will get to the next stop point here. And there's a chimera monster here, but there's also a dig point. I am going to use up my digs here, so I'm going to save and do that off screen. The reason I did that at that particular dig point is that, like the one in the catacombs, that one also can restore your dig count. I think they set it so that even though you can save and keep retrying, you can never get more than 4 or 5 refills. But still, that's a lot more digs than. I guess I'm just going to fight this guy. A lot more digs than you would normally get. And it's just one. Good practice in healing, though. Well, that was a little too close for comfort.
Sweet!
And, Mystic Art, it's talking about Mystic Chance there. Mystic Arts develop a little differently. Most of the skills have sort of an unseen XP bar that goes up.
Yeah!
With, Mystic Arts, you have, once you've gotten enough XP for each Mystic Art, you have a choice of which one, essentially a choice will come up at the end of combat, randomly, which one you want to choose to develop. So you may run into situations where you essentially have enough XP to raise multiple Mystic Arts, but only end up raising one of them, because that's all the chance gave you. You will eventually learn all of them, though. It's not really an either-or. It's just a which one do you want now. This Stone of Marshall here is a key. You'll need it later. But not very far later, just around the corner, really. And if for some reason you are really not able to beat this next boss, you can actually just leave and come back. You don't know really that you want to do much grinding with just Rush and Emma, but let's try it. there's another cutscene here, and a rather interesting fight. And by interesting, of course, I mean not particularly easy. This fight is sort of random. It really comes down to a question of order. Who goes first?
They nearly killed me in the past.
Seriously?
But not this time!
Really, sort of the danger here is that you may end up in a situation where you're at low hit points, and then they attack first. There are two of them, but they only make one shot. And that, of course, is always kind of unnerving, because, well, I don't really want to lose. Yeah. And sometimes they get the first attack in and you lose. And there's not really very much you can do about it. So, let's try that fight again. On that somewhat depressing note, I'm going to end the episode. I am, however, going to change some things in my setup before next time. Specifically, I'm going to switch over to this Combat Francisca, which has better defense ratings than my, well, has lower mystic defense. Maybe I'll stick to a scimitar, but I'm going to switch to a shield instead of using two weapons. I'm also going to equip all of the accessories I have, just on the hope that they'll do just a little bit more to keep me alive, because this is one of those that one boss fights, and there's not much you can do about it, because, well, you've got Rush and you've got Emma, and that's it. So, yeah. See you next time.